Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey guys.
We're trying to be a little quiet. The kiddo's asleep.
So we're currently Say Love You 2.
We explored the topic of, all right, if we're bringing an RV to Europe, what kind are we bringing? And I like to make a couple of disclaimers first. First one,
We are not professionals.
yeah, you guys haven't figured that out by now. We're in trouble. These are all opinions, and we're not professionals. The second thing is, and we've had a couple of people already comment on this one. Hey, why are you guys bringing an RV? Just buy one when you get there. Well, frankly, they are going to pay for one vehicle, for us to bring one vehicle over, and that's where we're headed with this. So that brings into the next topic. All right, so it's still going to be easier because you don't have to worry about all the hookups, the electricity, and everything when you get to Europe. You're right, we don't. The problem is we're on a short time frame. If we get over there, we basically have a year, and it's going to be over like that.
We want to get and go and start immediately.
I can bring the vehicle. We're going to send the vehicle before we leave, hopefully, and then that by the time we get there, it'll be ready. We can jump in and get going with our lives.
Go travel.
Sorry. All right, hopefully that clears it up. You guys made some really good comments about that, and we did listen to them. They're very valid. However, they don't necessarily work for us.
So we have about 6 RVs.
6.
Well, 6 types that we have looked into for Europe.
Fifth wheels.
Fifth wheel's not one of them. It was totally a joke.
That was my gangster ride.
They are Class A's. They're similar to Americans, but they're smaller than American Class A's.
Yeah, think
but
European
still,
Class 8. I'll put a picture right here.
Yeah. Class B's, Class B plus,
Mm-hmm.
trailers,
Yep.
truck campers, and camper vans. We have already ixnayed 3 of those because, like he said, his company will ship over one vehicle. So obviously a trailer is not going to work because we need something to tow the trailer, and now we've got 2 vehicles.
And it's not technically considered a vehicle because we considered it. Like, can we just send a trailer? And the answer is no. It has to have a motor and a license plate and operate as a vehicle.
Yeah. So trailer's out. The next one, since they are shipping over one vehicle, that means that this vehicle that we are shipping over has to be a daily driver. So Class A is out because I cannot drive a Class A on a daily basis.
She would look pretty sweet to go get some groceries.
Or whatever, yeah. I could put a lot of groceries in there.
All right, so you killed a Class A.
Yep, killed a trailer.
Killed the trailer. What's the
And
other
the
one?
last one is B plus.
B plus.
Still too big to drive around on a regular basis.
Yep.
So now we're working with Class B,
Class Bs.
truck camper,
Truck campers.
camper van.
Camper vans.
So with
3
those
types.
3, our requirements are it needs to have a bathroom,
Okay.
it needs to have a sink.
Yeah, don't say shower.
I would love for it to have a shower. We're a little bit of a disagreement here, so we'll see who wins.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And it's got to have 2 beds.
Too bad.
Because we're going to do some short trips, which are fine, but we're also going to do some long trips.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to have our own space.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 beds.
2 beds.
And at the same time, it's got to have 3 safety rated seats for us to safely travel. And it's got to fit that daily driver.
Yeah, that's the big thing. So I'll talk, or can I kick you off on the truck campers?
Are we starting on truck campers? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I'll go into, well, maybe we'll do this first. This conversation is going to be American RVs versus European RVs. Yes, I know the electricity in Europe is different. They're running 220, 50 hertz. We're running 110 at 60 hertz. And what that's going to do is a lot of our electromechanical stuff, specifically air conditioners, to include your refrigerators and their pumps and compressors, they're all going to be under some certain stress. You can't plug those in, but you can get what's called a transformer step down. However, that'll take you from 220 to 110, but that's not going to take care of your hertz issue, so you're going to be running 50 to 60. Yes, we've brought that into serious consideration. Yes, we're looking at options that are out there. There are step down transformers that will both step down the voltage as well as change the hertz, so that way you can run all American appliances. There's even companies out there who cater specifically to the RV crowd. So, yep, that's a big contrast. Some other big contrasts for us. Tanks. Water tanks, freshwater tanks, and your black tanks, your gray tanks. The gray, or the fresh and the gray, not a big deal. The black tanks, they don't have black tanks. They have cartridge or cassette toilets over there. A lot of the way they do their bathrooms right now is Europeans don't use them. It seems like they're very much reliant on public restrooms. So a lot of the guys we've talked to, which you can go and watch Great Escapes and RV Geeks, they did a European RV kind of thing, and so did Fit RV. Go check those guys out. They did some good stuff talking about, but the black tanks for us, they don't have them over there. But it's easy to fit because they still have the right type of dump stations. Electricity's going to be the big one. Air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
Us wants air conditioning.
Yes, us does. When we say us, we mean the 6.5-year-old who's like, Mommy, I'm hot. Mommy, I'm cold. And then Mommy's like, Daddy, I can't sleep. So yeah.
So us wants air conditioning. A lot of European RVs don't have air conditioning for a couple of reasons. The most important one, from what I understand, is that the campgrounds you can plug them into, they don't have the electricity to support it. Most of the campgrounds I'm hearing expect somewhere between 10 and 15 amps.
I didn't even know there was such a thing under 30.
Yes, you did.
No, I really didn't.
Okay, maybe she didn't.
I mean, you go to a campground in America, do you want 30 or 50? And really nowadays, they don't even ask you because it's 50.
Everybody wants 50.
And then I saw 15 and 10, and I'm like, that exists? Like, what is that going to... Is that going to support your microwave?
Yeah, it'll take care of the microwaves. It'll take care of a very small, like maybe 5,000 to 7,000 BTU air conditioning
What about my
system.
hairdryer?
Yeah, it'll take care of a hairdryer.
Oh, okay.
But it won't take care of an air conditioning system that's going to really support an RV. So that's one of the reasons. And frankly, the climate there is much more temperate. They pop open hatches. They have fans everywhere. They all hang out with their doors open.
They say that, but then all of a sudden they're like the tumultuous heat of Southern Europe.
What's that?
Tumultuous.
Was that British?
I don't think so.
We got to work on our accents. All right, so that's one of the big things. The next big thing is transmissions. They're manual. A lot of their RVs are manual.
Yeah.
Heather, sorry. One of us drives a manual. The other two in this family do not. And
the other one tried, but my teacher was kind of crappy.
Oh my god, it was the best. Never mind, we're gonna go there.
I mean, who waits until you're in the middle of an intersection to explain why there are 3 pedals instead of 2?
Most people ask that question before they get in the car.
I mean, I was pretty much failing before I started.
Oh lord. Alright, we're off on a tangent. Transmissions. If we go full circle, Heather needs this to be her daily driver. She's not comfortable on a manual right now, or ever will be probably. And
maybe if you got me a little sports car.
yeah. And it's just not a good idea to put her, a manual, and a foreign country all in one combination. So we're just going to go with, we're going to shoot for automatic. I'm not saying that they don't have automatics. I'm just saying that's one of their popular options. Okay, so a lot of differences between American and Europeans. Yes, we captured that. Yes, we don't have all the answers for what they are. However, we're still going to be idiots probably. I know you guys are telling us. But we are really excited about trying to see what we can do and take with us. And the time frames and the things that we need to do, bringing an RV with us is the best. Even though a lot of the ideas you guys have given us have been great, they just don't quite fit into what we needed things to happen on the sidelines for us.
So, anything else?
Nope, go ahead and dive in. Let's talk truck campers.
Okay. So, we went and tried out, or test drove, that's what it's called. We went and test drove Chevy.
Yep.
I
did the Ford.
Okay,
I did the Ford
and Dodge.
Yep.
We are Chevy people and had a hard time swallowing driving a Ford. But we went to the Chevy dealership. We really, really wanted to like the, what is it, the Denali?
It was the Denali edition, which you guys know is the upgraded. We could never afford that, but they gave us the creme de la creme. Here are all options. You guys pick which one options you really loved. Which
we loved all of the options.
We loved all the options. It was the bare necessities that they were lacking.
Like AC in the back. I mean, if we're gonna have a child back there, we want him to have AC.
Specifically the vents. They didn't have any rear
vents.
Air conditioning vents.
The
child restraint systems.
Yes.
They didn't have child restraint systems. They had them on, I believe, the middle row or the outside row, and then
it was the outside but not the middle, or
it was like we keep the kiddo in the middle, depending on whether or not it's a long journey, a short journey, or if he's just driving me nuts, kicking my seat.
Yeah. So we test drove that.
We test drove it, and then we went and tried a Dodge.
Then we went and tried a Dodge.
Because the Ford I just walked away from. I was just like, I'm not
Dodge
interested.
can make a good truck.
Dodge was nailing it, guys.
Yeah.
So we went and test drove a 2500 Cummins. Fantastic. Just a fit and finish on these things, guys. They haven't really changed much. I get that, but I mean, if it ain't broke. And the driving, Heather was very comfortable with it. The ride was excellent. There's cameras all over the place, sensors all over the place.
Everything beeps
towing
at you.
options. It was very good. It was huge.
It was huge.
Huge truck.
I think it came up to like here on.
Yeah, I'll see if I got a picture. I'll throw it on.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally do it if we were in America, but you give me a bigger vehicle than a Suburban, which not much else is bigger than a Suburban, and then you stick me in a country where everything's smaller and tinier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Bad combo?
Yeah, probably.
But and take it one step further. If we taken a truck camper over, we're still using an American vehicle to tow one of these big behemoth truck campers. Those parts that are over, they're not there. We're not going to find easily and readily available parts as well as mechanics. Not that I think anything would go wrong in a year that I couldn't probably take care of, but I'm saying it's not a good combination.
Yeah. But the good thing about it is you can leave the camper and I can take the truck.
Huge.
And it's much lighter and just go.
You change from being an RV to being a driver on truck.
Yeah.
That right there was just skyrocketing points for us.
Yeah.
I will say this though about the truck campers. Man, they are making some awesome truck campers. Some of my favorites. I know you guys watch some of our walkthroughs. If not, look in our videos file list. You'll see them over there. We looked at some truck campers, and Lance is killing it.
Which is a good thing we did.
Yeah.
Since, I mean, we didn't see this coming, but
they gave you everything. They gave you a shower. They gave you a bathroom.
And they've got the big. I mean, they've got even Class B's beat on the bathroom.
Generators, air conditioner, tanks. Yeah. I mean, it was everything you needed that fits in the bed of a truck.
But you know what you can't do?
What?
I can't make sandwiches while on the road.
As hard as I tried to get through those little windows.
He got
in the
stuck.
Back.
I mean, I might have been able to make it.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't have been pretty.
So Heather can't climb from the front seat to the back to go make a sandwich while I'm driving somewhere.
So we have to stop. And then what's the point? You might as well just...
That was...
Yeah.
It wasn't the complete kill, but it was a kind of a kill.
It was a good... Yeah.
Altogether, the truck camper was a great idea, but the combination of bringing an American truck over there that's not great on gas mileage, and then in addition to that, the camper itself adds like another 6 to 7 inches depending on what type you got, if you got one with slides or not with slides. And... yeah, it kind of just made it difficult for us.
You kind of just gave it away that we're not going to choose that.
Sorry. Spoiler alert.
Anyways.
It was a little late.
Nobody tell him secrets.
What do you got next?
Next up is the Class B.
Yep.
So we went and test drove a Class B
Mm-hmm.
on the Sprinter chassis.
Mercedes Sprinter chassis, and you guys know where that came from. That came from... Nobody knows where that came.
Mercedes.
She got it. Europe.
Oh.
And which means that all the parts, pieces, the labor, everything is there. It's got a network of support for you.
Which is great. However, you're paying Mercedes prices. His bed, I mean, we could get creative.
Yep, you could either do one of these aftermarket benches or bed options that are available for the Sprinters.
Yeah.
The one model that we tested had the stereotypical twins in the back, and they kind of mesh together to make one large queen, and they fold down and stuff. And the kid would have to sleep in the dinette. But the kid had a seatbelt.
Dinette.
Yeah, I don't know what to call that. The little bench with the table in front of it.
Yeah.
So the kid had a seatbelt there with the table in front of him, and mom and dad had 2 chairs. So it was a great setup. It was long though. It was still really long.
Yeah, it was.
So,
but it really didn't feel bad. I mean,
no?
I whipped it in and out just to see.
Yeah, and we took it and we went and parked in some parking lots and everything. Heather it was really comfortable.
It was.
I mean, they do a great job on that.
So it had the daily driver down. It had the fact that we can get everything fixed over there. Didn't have the price really for fixing things.
The resale on those are not too bad. Well, for an RV at least.
Yeah. The thing I don't know, but used Class Bs always smell funny to me.
Yeah, you always talk about this.
I don't understand. Maybe it's something they put in the tanks, but they just kind of smell funny.
I don't know. I think we would get used to it.
Yeah, but I
Vent
mean,
it.
do you want to get used to it? That's the real question.
Nah.
So we really enjoyed driving the Class B.
Yeah.
We really liked the size. Happened to do some Class Bs at the Tampa RV show, which was great because we got to see some of those. So I feel like we've already done shopping, even though we didn't even know we were going to need to shop.
I know. Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, we've kind of been in a lot. That leaves the next one is camper vans.
I love camper vans.
Camper vans. They're pretty much like vans. You drive them and you sleep in them.
Yeah, I would say it's like
Basically.
a 50-50. Like, it's 50% set up towards driving and 50% set up towards,
I think it's like
kind of weekender or RV-ish.
65-35. I had to do my math. I was
No,
like, oh, is it 45?
You don't want to go 70-30?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's not quite 70.
She's really got this down to a science. Yeah, I love
But they're
those.
neat. You
They
can
are.
kind of, I mean, and there's all sorts of different floor plans and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Some of my favorites were like Sportsmobile, Outside Van, Quigley's.
now the pop-ups, I mean, those are getting interesting.
Yeah,
They're making some room for families.
they really are.
But, I mean, regular camper vans, they don't really have a whole lot of room for families.
No.
And it's a challenge.
So, and they make them on all different types of platforms. Mercedes Sprinters, the Ram ProMasters, the Ford Transits now. They're everywhere. And those all stem from European designs. So they're
Which is helpful.
readily available in Europe.
Yeah.
They get great gas mileage. Man. I don't know. Class B, camper van.
Now that you've given
I've
it
given
away,
away, it's not gonna be
clearly
the
we're gonna
truck.
choose one of those.
Yeah.
So the question is, which one are we going to choose?
What do you guys think?
We want to know your comments. Comment below. Let us know what you think and why you think it, because let's be honest, we're curious.
Yeah. And as always,
Don't forget, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. That way, when we make our final decision on what we're going to go with, you get that email that we have posted a video immediately, and you can check it out and tell us what you think.
so stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching.
Have a great day.
Bye, guys.